Hey everybody, West here. This is the official contest entry video by Mr. West, 1960. I'm going to submit this to Ed at EA, Experimental Airlines. And this is two sections of the Armin style, so that's 60 inches overall, Armin style wing. And then, of course, the tube construction, folded tube in a rectangle shape, and all Dollar Tree foam. Nose cam there on the ground. I'll be firing that up real quick. I have my trusty sidekick with me, as you can see now. Woohoo! Nose cam on, nose cam recording, EA flight or contest entry, official video entry, Dollar Tree foam board, Armin wing, and tube construction, and loading the nose cam. There we go. There we go. She's in the air. Going up. Throttling back. Flyby. Do I have airworthiness approval? I think so. Going up. Here's another speedy flyby. I think that gyro's set a little too tight. Lining up. Coming in for landing. The wind is out of the west. Reducing speed. Setting up final, rolling out. Yeah, I think that works. Alright, Ed, that's my entry. So the wings are off. It is a strap-on, rubber band over, with a couple of anchor points here on the back on the motor block. And then forward up here, and that is aluminum arrow shaft right there that I've cut to size to fit in there. I am carrying on a constant payload 12 volt or 11.3 rather for video. There's a 2200 in here that I've strapped to the bottom, so when video goes on and the camera goes on the front, that's going to be there. So I fly with that all the time. And then we have an access hatch here for the main batteries. And I made the width of the tube to fit my batteries, two 11 volt 3600 40C batteries in their Turniges. which are doing really well, by the way. I do like the Turner G. It was a good price, Hobby King. And so I have a pair of those in there that are able to slide fore and aft for CG bounce, weight shift. I have them in a Y configuration here, so this is parallel. So I'm getting the 3600 times 2 approximately. Speed controllers here on the side, and I'm pretty positive that is a 60 amp speed control. And up in the front here I have the nose cam, which that's the Bloggy right there. It's a high definition camera with a neat feature of being able to swivel the lens to a forward position. Also gives you a look down, so if I extend that camera out further, it gives me a look down. And I just use a piece of tape here, the digital camo tape, to secure that. And this slides on. It was pretty easy to make this front section. Let's have a look on the inside here. So there's the back end there of the Bloggy, and it's on a plate that I use Velcro down. So it comes off of this mounting plate fairly easily, and the mounting plate then is secured or held in place by a set of rails. There's a base to it to support it at an angle. There's a slight look down angle without pivoting the camera lens. So that works out pretty good. So I'll remove that real quick with one hand. Right? Okay. It's usually easier than this, but usually I have two hands. Anyway, so there's the plate, just taped over. The Bloggy's Velcroed on there. There you go. Enough about that. Oop. Standard construction, tube style. Another unique feature is obvious there is the inline skate landing gear, or the tandem, or inline, however you want to say that. This has proven to be, to me, invaluable. Yeah, there's a lot of slop. The axle diameter is not as appropriate as it should be, but that doesn't really affect anything. So I have a plywood plate underneath the camouflage here. I have a steel axle across, and then I have a few hot glued. This is all hot glued business here. There's no screw fasteners. So fore and aft here, got one as far back as possible. So this is where I want touchdown to occur, right? So you want this back towards the tail. There's a strap for my internal video battery, motor mount, and so forth in the back. Let's have a look at that real quick. Okay. So at Home Depot, they've got this lightweight 1/4-inch plywood in the handy panel section. Small projects. Just drill the big hole saw hole through it. I believe that's 2 1/8, give or take, 2 1/4. Hot glued on the back. There's those aluminum, cut aluminum arrow shaft pieces. Those are only about 1.5 inches long, and then hot glued right up into the corner here on the inside. Just a bunch of hot glue in there. And then onto the wing. Let's do that real quick. So the wing is the arm and airfoil design I picked up from Ed, and I have been loving it, man. This is like an easy fix solution to a very difficult process generally to duplicate and do this in foam. You got to have quite a bit higher level skills and or interest to produce a foam core and then to reinforce it. So the neat thing about the foam board is that it has quite a bit of reinforcement inherent in the system just by folding that, and just hot gluing it together creates a lot of reinforcement. So you have no lateral twist whatsoever, just because you have two solid surfaces on top and bottom with no internal structure whatsoever. If you did that, you would just gain all kinds of torsion strength or resistance to torsion. So I have tip skids on here. That's what these bad boys are. I made this a fairly small, low profile. It's 1 inch in thickness, and that is a 10-inch cord, 10-inch true cord here, and then I've added the aileron surfaces beyond that. I doubled up the middle section here with foam board. You see a little bit of a hump here, and then a shroud to deflect air around the motor. And then in the back there I did foam board, Dollar Tree foam board doubled, so the leading edge has the bamboo skewers. It's about an 1/8 inch in diameter skewers in there to reinforce that leading edge. And then the movable control surface there in the center for elevator, that's a single layer. And then the verticals are done here in the back. Currently those are fixed with tape, but they are functional rudders, though at this point I have not really had a need for them. And then there inside the motor shroud house, I have a simple gyro on the ailerons. I've routed the, I've been placing the, and I've been doing this with all my birds, I've been placing the receiver. This is FM. You can do this with your 2.4s as well, any of them. As I'm putting the receiver here, because what's coming from there is only the throttle servo, speed control servo, or I should say circuit, and you just slip that in and strap the wing down. So it's been quite easy to do it this way. And then I made a cutout there, obviously, top of that little battery, video battery, is where this receiver sits nicely. I'm using arrow shafts for the booms. They proved to be too flexible, so I reinforced with a single strip of the expensive foam board because I found it to be much more rigid. So I just hot glued that to the bottom to create that, give it that rigidness, and that's what it needed. It took all that wag, so it affected my pitch is what happened previously. So there's too much flex. Okay, so enough about that. Super light, all up weight is about just over 4 pounds, as you see the components. So the only thing left is the FPV gear, and do a little weight shift with the mains, and I can run the camera up there on top of the nose house, or the nose cam house. Alright, so enough about that, and if you have any questions, post your comments. Thanks, West out.